All right, thank you, Mike. 8:45. You know, he came up with a hit idea in a minor league dugout back in the 1970s, and then 40 years later, his bubble has yet to burst.
Yeah, that's right. Anthony Ponce gave a lift to Rob Nelson. This is the guy that invented a gum that, Anthony, I chewed when I was in Little League. It was called Big League Chew. What'd you learn from him?
Here we go. Yeah, I did too. I chewed it in Little League too and just had it for the first time in decades yesterday. But this guy, the inventor of it, he's a former baseball pitcher. Sweets and Snacks Expo that's happening right now at McCormick Place. And his childhood dream was to make the Baseball Hall of Fame and be like his idol, who was Whitey Ford, the left-hander for the New York Yankees. Now, he wasn't so great on the baseball side, on the pitching side, but he still realized about half of that childhood dream. Here is how.
You know, I really wanted to be the next Whitey Ford. You know, everybody dreams you want to be, you know, in the Hall of Fame. I was with the Mavs for 3 summers, and I won all of 1 game in 3 years. As luck would have it, it was the 3rd summer that I came up with the idea for Big League Chews.
Now, like Willy Wonka, you actually invented this, correct?
That's correct.
What year was that?
Well, that was the summer of '77 that I came up with it. Here we are, almost 40 years later.
Tell me more about that light bulb moment.
Yeah, I was sitting in a minor league bullpen in Portland, Oregon, and my teammates were chewing the other stuff, and I was never a big fan. I tried tobacco once, and it just never made sense to me. And it just occurred to me that I could look cool and not make myself ill if I had bubble gum that was kind of shredded and gave me kind of a macho posture. The whole idea and the name came to me within, you know, the same minute. I had a terrific teammate and my business partner, former Yankee Jim Bouton, and Jim, I shared the idea with him in the bullpen, and his eyes got as big as baseballs. He said, "Rob, I love that idea. I could sell that idea." And he did. And the light bulb just went off. And I remember Jim specifically asking me, "What would you call it?" And it was a throwaway line. I said, I don't know, Big League Chew. Last year, we became the Hall of Fame bubblegum. You know, we're featured in Cooperstown.
What exactly is the connection between a gum and Cooperstown?
They had an exhibit of baseball in the 80s. And so Big League Chew is in that exhibit because it became the gum of choice of ball players from the littlest of leagues to the big leagues. They looked at me like I was Mr. Wonka, you know, way back when. I said, "Oh, you came up with this? That's amazing." You know, and so the fact that I'm on the steps of the Hall of Fame, you know, blowing bubbles, I wish my dad were still around because he'd really get a kick out of it.
How old are you now?
8 months shy of 70.
Congrats on getting into the Hall of Fame.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you for this. This is really cool.
All right, so you might have noticed that Rob's mouth was blue over the course of that interview. That's because he's here in town unveiling Big League Chew's newest flavor, which is called Big Rally Blue Raspberry. Scott, I have some left here in the pouch. I'll bring some inside to you. It'll take you right back to Little League, buddy. Back inside to you.
Thanks so much.